Is the Wiko Ride a good phone to buy? Well, in this video, we're going to find out. Follow me on Instagram at KevinBreezeTV. Please join the Kevin Breeze Tech community on Facebook to chat about budget smartphones, ask questions, and help others. Hi everyone, this is Kevin here, coming at you with my Wiko Ride review. Now the Wiko Ride is from Wiko USA, which is a subsidiary of Wiko, which is a company that is based in France. Now this is one of the first carrier devices that they've brought to the US, but Wiko USA has set up shop in Texas, and to my understanding there's a lot more to come after this device. Now there's no doubt that the Wiko Ride is certainly a very entry-level phone, coming in at just $40, but they're starting small with big aspirations. Now this phone is available on Boost Mobile, so if you are a Boost customer, or if you're considering switching over to Boost, then this might be a phone that will interest you. Now the device features a 5.5-inch display. There is no notch on the top. The display itself is 480 by 960 and has a PPI of 197. So the display itself doesn't have the best viewing angles. It is decently bright though, but when you look at it closely, you can definitely tell that it doesn't have the best quality ever. But at least it's usable, and for $40, you can't expect too much. Now the device features a 2-megapixel front-facing camera, and later on in the video, I'll show you photo and video samples from the phone. It has 16 gigabytes of internal storage with microSD card expansion. There is no wireless charging with this phone, and there's no fingerprint sensor on the back. So you are limited to unlocking this phone with the typical PIN code. Now the device has a 5-megapixel camera on the back side. There is no portrait mode. The phone features 2 gigabytes of RAM and runs the MediaTek Helio A22 processor. Here's some more specific information on CPU-X. So if this is helpful to you, then here you go. The phone does run Android 9 Pie, which is really good to see. And it features a 2,500 milliamp hour internal battery. Now that we've gone over the specifications of the Wiko Ride, let's take a closer look at the hardware. So it does come with a screen protector pre-installed. This is just a plastic film on the top, so you can definitely take it off if you want to, but for me personally, I'm going to leave it on. Now, like I said, the display isn't the best quality out there, but it's also not the worst. Like, it's definitely usable, it looks decent, it doesn't have necessarily the best viewing angles, but if you look at it head on, it's definitely usable, and that MediaTek Helio A22 actually provides it with pretty decent performance. It is quicker and better than I was expecting. Now on the left side here, we have nothing. On the right side, we have the power button and the volume button. On the top, we have a 3.5mm headphone jack and noise-canceling microphone. On the bottom of the phone, we have a micro USB port, and we have a microphone. So it does have micro USB, not USB-C. Now on the back side, we have this pretty interesting texture. It is plastic, but it feels kind of nice in the hand. We have the camera module, we have the flash, we have a Wiko logo, and we have the speaker on the back. Now you can actually pop this back off if you want to, which I'll do right now. We do have a removable battery with this phone. We have the SIM card slot, and we have the micro SD card slot. So I suppose if you wanted to, you could buy multiple batteries from Wiko. I'm not even sure if they sell the batteries on their own, but you could technically get multiple batteries and throughout the day swap out the batteries if necessary. But the good news though is that this phone does offer pretty decent battery life, so battery life really isn't an issue at all. Now we have several accessories included in the box. We also have the safety and warranty guide. So we have a micro USB cable for charging and data transfer, and we have a wall adapter here. Now Instagram runs pretty smoothly on the phone, so scrolling isn't too bad. Like I mentioned, that MediaTek Helio A22 processor is actually a better processor than I was really expecting this phone to have for the price tag. So you can easily scroll through everything. You can take photos and videos, but the cameras aren't anything too special, of course, but you can take photos and videos and then put those on your story if you wish. You can view other people's stories. And it's a pretty smooth experience overall. So I'm pretty impressed, like I said. I mean, I can't really say it too much more than I already have, but I'm pretty impressed with the performance. My expectations were pretty low going into this, and the performance of this phone definitely exceeds my expectations. The phone does a decent job handling entry-level games such as Temple Run and Candy Crush, But I definitely wouldn't get this phone to play games like PUBG or any other demanding games like that, because it won't really be able to handle those. Now the Umidigi A5 Pro has 32GB. Now this device has an 18:9 aspect ratio display, and that makes it pretty good for watching videos. Of course, your videos are limited at 480p, which is a bit unfortunate because the display itself is only 480p. But you can crop your videos in if you want more of an immersive experience. And the speakers in this phone actually get pretty loud, so we'll try that out right now. Gigabytes of internal storage, and the Umidigi F1 Play has double that at 64 gigabytes of internal storage. So that's not bad at all. I mean, watching movies in 480p isn't the best experience ever, but at least the speakers are nice and loud and clear. I was able to take some pretty decent photos with the rear camera, and I really am pretty impressed considering that the rear camera is only 5 megapixels and the front camera is only 2 megapixels. The photos are definitely usable, but the quality is pretty much where you'd expect it to be at $40 for the phone. Now let's cut over to some video samples. Hi everyone, this is Kevin here coming at you with a front-facing video from the Wiko ride. So let me know what you think of the quality. I'm over here at a local park. Hi everyone, this is Kevin here, coming at you with a test video from the Wiko ride. Let me know what you think of the quality. It's a nice summer day out today. Very sunny, that's for sure. We'll do a close-up on this tree. Alright, let me know what you think. So I know many of you in the comments are going to mention that there's really nothing to be excited about with this phone, and for $40 that definitely makes sense. Now I certainly wouldn't write off the Wiko brand from this phone being kind of lower end. To my understanding, Wiko has quite a bit planned for the US market, so there's a lot to look forward to. I don't know any specific details or anything, but I know that they're pretty serious about breaking into the US market, and I really hope that in addition to having carrier devices, they begin to offer factory unlocked phones in the US as well. I would love to see more competition in the $100 to $200 price range with factory unlocked phones. So hopefully that's where Wiko comes in. I'll probably be making a video in the future talking about the Wiko brand. And I had a chance to talk to Wiko on the phone, and they were very nice and professional. I'd also like to thank Wiko for being kind enough to send this phone out to me to review. But I'm really curious to know your thoughts about the Wiko ride and the Wiko brand in general. So who is the Wiko ride good for? I would say that it's good for people that are on a budget, that don't really use their phones too often, and just want a smartphone for the bare essentials, such as sending text messages, making phone calls, maybe browsing the web now and then. But if you are a power user, you might want to look elsewhere and get a different device. But keep in mind that you're going to have to spend a little bit more money. So if you really want to save some money, then you should go with the Wiko ride. I am surprised by the performance being pretty decent on here, and I like that it runs Android 9 Pie. In fact, I thought this phone was supposed to run Android 8.1 Oreo, but as soon as I got into the operating system here, I was able to see that it does indeed run Pie. Another thing too is that if you're a fan of stock Android, you're definitely going to like this phone a lot. And there's really not a whole lot of bloatware on here either. So there's definitely a lot to like about the Wiko ride in this price range of $40. I believe that there are some promos going on over at Boost right now where you can get this phone half off, but it really depends on when you're watching this video. So definitely make sure to head over to Boost's website or go into your local Boost retail store to get the latest scoop on the pricing for the Wiko ride. But this is Kevin here. This is the Wiko ride. Let me know what you think of it in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video.